Hey, Ida. Yeah, okay, cool. I'm with you. Sure, there's path issues, whatever. You got a tricky one. Obviously, you want to swing on line so you can match the face. Then your compression is good, so your ball spin is good. Okay, but um, where we're at, and obviously we worked on the last week or so. Okay, I'd forget the path a little bit because also the second thing that I want to talk about is affecting the path anyway. Okay, so um, to me, we've got to get that swing speed up to 90. Okay, we really have to get that swing speed up to 90. So we're going to find 6.5. Let's just call it 5 miles an hour. We're going to find 5 miles an hour. Now, the shoulder turn from when we last spoke, that shoulder turn is definitely looking much bigger. I really, really, really like that. Okay, but the angle's not there. Okay, so again, it could be. We're going to find out in the upcoming weeks. It could be that you're sort of too wide and you're almost restricted. Now I know you want to be strong, but then you also don't want to resist, right? So the shoulder turn is lovely, but then you've got this little lean, okay? And then from there, as we unwind, we're actually unwinding the sequencing, that's the second thing, is slightly out. And so we're hitting a little bit downward, so you can see that angle of attack's wrong and the path is wrong. Okay? And it's just because the shoulder action itself, I don't think is bad, but and it's definitely the range is bigger, but it's got to be behind the golf ball, especially with driver. And it's got to be so far behind the golf ball that we can shift weight, all right, and start to fire and still hit from behind the golf ball. So if I only coil here and then I go forward and around, now I'm ahead of the golf ball. All right, probably okay. Right, just quickly, this being on top of the golf ball, this being ahead of the golf ball, this being behind, right? So that movement with a narrow response probably fine for an iron, yeah, but for the driver it's not going to work, right? I will say this. I mean, obviously the second one there's a bit of a miss it, but looks like the launch angle is down a little bit. Okay, but again, it doesn't really help us. Okay, if we sort of smothering it a little bit. Okay, we want to be moving forward and closing the face, but we've got to start from a place that's quite far behind the golf. Right. From there, the sequencing is a little bit out. Okay, so obviously to do with a little bit of wobbly angles and stuff, you're trying to leg press, you're trying to clear, and you are, but this is catching up a little too early. Okay, we want to see real separation between the lower body and the upper body, and then the center point of the upper body, basically where your chest is, and the hand, position of the arm. Yeah? So we want to see this real separation between the three, and then we can slingshot all that energy through the arms through impact. Okay, I feel like sort of 2/3 of the way down there. Yes, you find hips. Yes, shoulders are a bit more resisted, but the arms have already caught up to the center point of the chest, so there's not enough stored energy that you can't release from there. You're going to release too early. Okay, so we've got a little bit of sequencing work to do, and the range of the pivot is better, but we've still got that angle of that pivot wrong. Okay, so these are the drills, 2 drills I want you to do. Okay, first one is step drill. Okay, this is a brilliant drill for speed and balance and athleticism. Okay, so obviously driver, right? I've got a 6-iron here. I'm just going to set up like a driver, right? So I think, look, it doesn't matter right now because you'll see in a bit. But let's go touch narrow anyway. Ball position forward there, touch of tilt. Okay, once you're ready to go, okay, we draw this foot all the way back here. We still address the ball there. And now I think you'll get a picture or a feel of how far, I mean, this is a little bit too much, obviously, but how far your chest and head and eyes are behind that golf ball. Okay. Anyway, so we go from there. All right, and then you've got to learn to time your step. So obviously we've spoken about the shoulder turn. So nice big shoulder turn, time the step, and then fire. Okay. I'll do one with a 6. You can do it with the irons as well. It's a great drill. I'll do one with a 6-iron with a normal setup. Okay, so we're there. We're ready to go. Okay. Back. Okay, back step and rotate. Okay, and you've got to learn that timing and feel. If you're able to do it there in that studio, I think you'll get some good readings there on the launch monitor as well. Okay, all right, so that's very cool. So a bit of step drill, and what that's teaching you is how to load and shift at the right time and where that center point, that pivot point should be. So we're not too on top of the ball. Okay, right, and then the second one, just to create a little bit of lag of the arms and the club head, and just kind of fiddle with that sequencing a little bit. Okay, so it's actually called release point. Well, now, release point of the drive is going to be very close to the golf ball, so it's more used for irons and stuff, but it doesn't matter, just do the same thing, right? So, normal stance, let's do driver, right? So we're going to do normal driver stance, nice and strong out there. Okay, we'll take the club head about 2.5, 3 foot in front of that golf ball. Okay, and we're going to start the swing from there. Alright, and we're now going to go from here all the way back, and then obviously try and hit it from there. Okay. Again, I'm going to do it with a 6-iron stance, just so I can hit the ball decently for you. So you know I know what I'm talking about. Okay, so there's my normal 6-iron stance. Okay, we're going to start it out there, take it back. Okay, and you can hear it. Okay, you can hear that shaft working. Okay, what it's trying to do is get you to load the shaft a little bit later, a little bit harder, and then change the timing of the body rotation coming down. I'm exaggerating. If you swing like this, your arms will be stuck behind you, actually. But that's a slightly better feel. Okay, work on it. Hope it makes sense. Work on it. Let me know how it is. Check your readings. Get that swing speed up. These two things combined, I think, will bring the angle of attack and will actually kind of help your path a little bit. Your spin rate should come down, all that stuff. All right, so let's do that. Get that swing speed up to 90, and then we can recheck the launch angle again. And go, okay, right, that's all cool now. Now we can bring the launch angle down 2 degrees, tee height, or ball position, or grip, or change the settings on the drive, or whatever it is. But let's do this first, and that's going to reap the rewards. Okay, let me know, send me videos, okay, and work hard. I know you will. Okay, bye.